What's up, my viewers? Don't forget to leave feedbacks. Enjoy the story. Let's begin.
As I thought, this will be interesting. I congratulate you on passing the first test. You will be given a bronze medal to represent the lower ranks of this academy. For the next 4 years, you will be trained as a cadet of the Demonic Academy. Here at the Demonic Academy, you're not allowed to answer with yes and no. Motto is the only answer. Anything other than that is akin to asking to repeat an order. Do you understand? Motto, cadets answered. Then, let's start organizing into groups. Here we go. Now that I am done preparing, shall we get started with the treatment? Doctor, Yeo-Woon turned to Baek Jong-ming, who was preparing his needles. Is Baek Jong-myung. Rather than just calling me doctor, you should include my last name. Then, Dr. Baek, is my condition that bad? Gosh. I am sorry to say this to a cadet of the Demonic Academy, but it will take at least 11 to 15 days for you to participate in the tests. What? Yeo-Woon was shocked. What do I do? If Nano were to start the self-recovery mode, then the treatment would be over instantly. But if I heal too quickly, they will get suspicious. But if I get the normal treatment, then I will fall behind in training. Besides, I did not know anything following the first test since I was taken to the infirmary. Do not be too disappointed. If you were to be treated by an ordinary doctor, it would take months. It will be a lot shorter because I am Baek Jong-woo's student, but it will still take a lot of time alongside training. This might not help, but I will pretend that I do not know you are learning martial arts from the right guardian. Thank you. I will make sure to repay you in the future. It is fine. I do not expect much anyway. Now, since we will be doing acupuncture, you're going to have to take off your clothes. I know that you did not learn any martial arts, but this kid, his body is a lot nicer than I thought. Well, he probably did not get it through Nigong. Did he learn Wei Gong? The first one goes in the middle of your chest, sensing an attempt to damage the user's body with a sharp iron needle. Activating self-defense mode. No, stop that. Nano, the doctor is doing this for treatment. Do you not know how to differentiate between an attack and treatment? Deactivating self-defense mode as commanded by the user. If you do not tell me in advance about something being a treatment, I will consider any damage to your body as an attack. Alright, from now on, do not react to things that I accept willingly. I understand. My stomach is starting to hurt less, retrieving the information contained in the system's built-in acupuncture diagram. The spots that the acupuncture needles are entered down the chest, under your heart, and on your arm. 6 of the exact spots are spots that enhance regeneration in the stomach area. Nano, I was able to understand easier with the information you transferred. I am getting embarrassed from your staring. Take a nap while the acupuncture gets into effect. Alright, was what I said, but I could not sleep with Nano explaining everything. Under the knee, toes, shins. Nano, if you could treat my internal injuries, this treatment would go faster, right? But if I get healed too quickly, they will get suspicious. Can you heal me, but make it look like I am still wounded? After your treatment is completed with self-recovery, it is possible to randomly alter your pulse to appear as if there is organ damage. I only asked just in case, but I'm glad it is possible. If I can fool Dr. Baek for like 2 weeks, this will be my chance to learn Nigong from the right guardian. Alright, then heal me now and fool Dr. Baek when he comes to check on me. I understand, Master. Starting self-recovery mode as commanded by the user. After the students began dividing themselves into groups. Hamming grouped them based on their personal information and the result of the test. Cadets, attention, get in line motto. I'm going to explain your next test. Until the 3rd test, all cadets will take the test at the same time. To take the 2nd test and become a mid-level warrior, you must be familiar with basic tactics and strategies. The time you all have is only 20 days. Only 20 days. That is too short. Will I be able to memorize all the tactics and strategies? Are you curious as to why there are 20 groups? That is because in 3 weeks, only 10 groups will be able to move on to the next stage. So you're saying that half of the cadets will be expelled? Damn it. We do not have any top cadets in our group. The 6 clans will probably have an advantage. This is the first and last test that requires you to work together. So if you want to compete amongst yourselves in a group, you can just fail together. He is still a man that is good at demoralizing. That concludes today's schedule. You may return to your assigned dorms and rest. Starting tomorrow, you will be taught by the staff standing in front of you. They will be teaching you tactics and techniques very kindly. The students then turned to their instructors who were standing there expressionlessly. When they saw the staff members dragging the failed students out by clubbing them with their black clubs, hanging on their waists, the students shivered. Students then returned to their assigned dorms. Dismissed, you are now dismissed. Group 8 Instructor in Pyong. Cadet 3. Why are you still here? I have a question to ask you, Instructor. Spring Clan Candidate Cheon Mu-kyung. I'm sure you know that I can't answer questions related to training, right? Yes, I know. Alright. Then what is your question? I'm pretty sure I will be the leader of Group 8. The selection for team leaders is supposed to take place tomorrow. But the 6 clans, as always, have found the rules ridiculous. Cadet 7, who is assigned to our group, is in the infirmary. And, with one person missing from a group test, I do not want our whole group to fail. And, because he did not attend the ceremony today, he won't know anything. So I want to let Cadet 7 know what we heard today. You low-born bastard. You're in the same group as me. Your luck ends here. I will go to the infirmary myself to mess with your limbs. Good idea. It seems like you understand the basics, so I compliment you on your first day. I will take your advice, and as the instructor of your group, I will go to the main building to deliver the information to Cadet 7. What? Instructor, you do not have to do that. I can go myself. The main building is off limits to cadets except under special circumstances. I did not think that I would not be able to get into the main building. Damn it, why are so many things going wrong? I am a candidate from the Spring Clan, but I can't even use that here. There is no other way. I understand. Then I ask this as a favor, Instructor. Alright, now go ahead to your dorm. Instructor, is there something else you want to say? Then could you at least let me know about when Cadet 7 will start joining us? There is no problem with that. Since it is too late today, I will tell you tomorrow. Yes. Thank you. Now that it has come to this, I will have to wait until he returns to our dorm. Hurry and get better, you lowly bastard. I will make you feel pain enough for you to want death. Demonic Academy, main building at night. 14 days, yes. The internal damage is so severe that he will have to stay for at least 14 days. If he stays here for that long, it is going to be hard for him to get to the top level. Is there nothing to make it go faster? That is what I am asking. If only he had Nigong. But Cadet 7 has none at all, and since he does not, there is no other option but to take a long time. The second test is in only 3 weeks. I can't believe he will have to be hospitalized for 2 weeks. I do not want my group to be eliminated just because of this one guy. May I speak to Cadet 7? I have a lot to tell him. He is sleeping right now, so that'll be hard to do. Should I wake him up? No. I will come back tomorrow. He will be here tomorrow anyway. Goodbye. After leaving the room, the instructor shook his head. He only barely managed to pass the first test. This must be the end of his luck. Yeo-Woon was able to get a good night's sleep until an unwanted guest intruded to the room before dawn. Yeo-Woon looked at him with a shock written on his face. Student, your teacher is here. Teacher, Subming's stench of alcohol permeated the air around the room. Are you not going to greet me? Your student greets his teacher, good morning. Good. Have you finished the homework I gave you yesterday? Yeo-Woon, who is still not fully awake yet, was baffled. He then asked, perhaps. Are you talking about the breath of Nigong? That is right. I told you to memorize it all before I come back. I was taken to the infirmary and treated just yesterday. You must be very short-tempered. Did you possibly not memorize everything? I'm glad I was treated by Nano beforehand. Of course. I memorized it. He memorized all of it while he was sick. I only said that to provoke him. Subming knew that he was being absurd. All right. Good job for doing the homework your teacher gave you. Thank you for the compliment. But teacher, do not you think you came too early? Why are you tired? That is not it. Well then, I am glad. Now, I will tell you this because you have to know anyway. I can only teach you for 2 weeks. What? I can come to see you while you are in this infirmary, but once you go to your dorm, I won't be able to contact you. I had not thought that far ahead. You were hospitalized the moment you came here. So how would you have known? I have to work as a main teacher during the day anyway. I will only be able to come this early, or people will get suspicious. In the Demonic Academy, it is prohibited to receive training from people from outside. If I get caught, the problem will only get bigger. I thought he would be stubborn, but he's been paying a lot of attention. Thank you for your consideration. All right then. Since we do not have time, let us get started. What right now? Did you not hear your teacher say that we do not have a lot of time? Turn around and sit on the ground. I understand. Hurry up. Yeo-Woon sat down on the ground. I wish he would explain why he is doing this. It is a good thing you memorized my breathing of 1,000 marshals. What are you going to do? Because we do not have much time, I will stuff the flow into you. Stuff it in. What do you mean? My teacher. No, it is a sophisticated way your great-grandfather created. There is no need to feel the chi. Your teacher will do everything for you. Teacher, clench your jaw. If you scream and the guards come, this will be the end. Shut your mouth. Intangible energy has been inserted into the user's blood. Starting an analysis based on the built-in data. Found energy is assumed to be chi or chakra. Proceeding to analyze the effect on the user's body. I know that teacher's strong Nigong is forcing my veins to open. But it is too much. This kid, did he really not learn anything? I can't believe that there are no blockage or obstacles in his circulation. Subming became curious. Yeo-Woon's body had no problems or dirty particles that blocked the flow of internal energy. His muscles also look like they have been training. As far as I know, I am sure he was not learning any martial arts. Could it be the Lord? This was due to the fact that the Nano Machine had extracted all the dirty particles from the body. But Subming did not know this, so he only could guess of Yeo-Woon's father. From his 7 wives, I guess he had only cared about Lady Hua. So maybe he cared for this child secretly. Anyway, it turned out great. With him like this, it should only take 7 days to create a good amount of Nigong. At the same time, demonic academy dorms. Prince, goodness, Prince. Get a hold of yourself, Prince. You jerk. Who do you think you are? Do you think you will be safe after attacking Cheon Jongsum of the Poison Clan? Does it matter who I am? Or who he is? The demonic academy is based only on strength. Now that I have one, I will be in charge of Group 12. Top Clan Cadet 18 Beck GI. Subming then took off his hand. He felt exhausted from stirring the heavy internal energy and swept his sweat. Have you memorized the flow? I remember it clearly. It must have been pretty painful during this first trial. But it is the best method to teach those like you who have no Nigong. Your goal is 7 days. You need to get enough Nigong during that time. Do you understand? Seeing how tired he is, he must have used a lot of Nigong too. I should be able to endure at least this much. I will succeed as much as you care about me. It seems you can say some commendable things. That ends today's training. Do not forget the breathing method and the flow. You have to make sure you know it. I will leave you be now. Take care of yourself. Thank you, teacher. Surely I will be able to build up Nigong in a week. Demonic Academy practice field. Instructors exchanged glances with each other as they saw bruises on many of the students. As expected, those kids have become the leaders of their groups. There are also a lot of kids whose faces are a mess after last night. The reason why the instructors were not at the dorms on the first day was to get the students to fight each other and establish ranks themselves. Group 12 should have the candidate from Poison Clan leading it. But Cadet 18 is the leader. Looking at them, I can see that they had a brutal fight. To dare attack a prince possessing a black name tag. He is not only skilled, but also has guts. We should start the cadet training. Alright, attention, everyone, attention. For 7 days, starting today, every morning in the auditorium on your right, you will learn the basic tactics and strategies. Then in the afternoon, following lunch, you will train here at the practice field. Do you understand, motto? Let's move on to the auditorium. Group 1, move forward. You stupid bastard. How could you fall in ranks like that? Cheon Mukyum. As expected, the Poison Clan is nothing without poison. Is not it? You are over there going lower than the lower clans. Other heirs looked disgustingly at Chun Jongsum, but he could not raise his head up from embarrassment. That bastard. I think he is Beck GI from a top clan. You bastard, you have insulted me. Have fun playing that stupid leader game by yourself. I will make you regret being in the same group as me. Demonic Academy dorms. Cadet 3. Motto you called instructor. Your performance during the formation training was quite satisfactory. I am flattered. By the way, Cadet 7. He has to stay in the infirmary for 2 weeks. Did you say? 2 weeks? That is what the doctor said. Even if he memorizes the theory, practice will be a problem. I wonder if someone without Nigong like him will be able to catch up. Anyway, I will go to Cadet 7 again today. It is your free time for now. Do your best whether you're training or just reviewing. Motto. Chun Mukim was angered by what he heard from instructor Impong earlier. The other cadets were silent and afraid of Mukim. It will only make it harder for us if you poke at that filthy temper. Damn it. How can he be in the infirmary for 2 weeks? If it is what the doctor said, it would not be a lie. Loyal clan member Cadet 80 Jahyun. Not a lie. It is obvious that the bastard is just pretending to be injured. That damned bastard with his filthy bloodline. Just thinking of him lying there comfortably makes my teeth grind. Prince, please calm down. Rather than getting angry for no reason, how about doing this? Jahyun then began to whisper, and Mukim listened. His face turned to a smile. Days later. It has been 5 days, and I still do not have any patience. I am dying of boredom. Cheon Yeo-Woon, surely that kid would not be my last patient. Zhang Ming was dozing off on his desk when Imping burst in, startling him. What happened? Instructor Impyong, my cadet got hurt while training with real swords. I did not pull out the sword in case it makes things worse, and just brought him here. Darn, first, move him to that bed, please. Finally, a patient arrived. To think that the treatment is almost done. As expected from the student of the best. It is all because you did not pull out the sword. This kid, how is his condition? Fortunately, he did not injure any of his vitals. He is very lucky. It seems you were worried for no reason. But it appears that you do show concern for your students. Until the second test, they are my responsibility. But 2 of them are already in the infirmary. I have stitched it, but it seems like the wound is deep, so he will need to be hospitalized. Hospitalized? Not as long as Cadet 7. Just 3 days should be enough. For now, I will be back after the afternoon training is over. Please take care of Cadet 23. Damn it. I can't believe this happened as soon as they started training with real swords. It is going to be hard to avoid writing apologies. At night, after Zhang Ming left the office, that someone got up from the bed carefully. He glanced around to check if anyone was out there and returned to the doctor's tool cabinet to take out a knife. Should I start by making sure he can't walk? I'm only doing this to survive. Do not blame me. He then placed the knife at Yeo-Woon's foot muscle. The 23rd cadet screamed from the powerful electric shock that came through the knife and fell down with all of his hair burnt. Chun Yeo-Woon then opened his eyes and murmured as he looked down at the cadet. It is as I expected. In the hospital room in the main building of the Demonic Academy, near midnight, the 23rd cadet woke up after fainting from the electric shock. Did I faint, but why? He then looked down at his body. There was a rope that tied him down to the bed. He could not get out of it no matter how hard he tried. Who did this? The curtain was pulled and someone appeared. It was Chun Yeo-Woon. I did. Baldy. Yeo-Woon grinned. How did you? What do you mean how? While you were passed out, I just tied you up and put you on the bed. Baldy. Shit. How did I even faint? But before that, is not he supposed to have extreme internal damage? He seems perfectly fine. And what is he saying, Bald? I am bald. The 23rd cadet writhed, trying to scream. I can't feel it. I can't feel the smooth texture of my hair. It can't be no. How am I bald? My hair. Shut up. Chun Yeo-Woon struck him down with his fist, making him pass out again. He fainted again. It did not take long for the 23rd cadet to be awake again. Have you calmed down now? He tried to yell again this time, but he realized he had a rag in his mouth that stopped him from making sounds. What are you even trying to say with a gag in your mouth? This jerk. I thought he was just naive when I first saw him at the entrance ceremony. But I can't believe this is what he is actually like. Who exactly is he? You see, how do you think I've survived this long at? An attempt at assassination every once in a while. Bastards like you who would try to poison me. How many do you think there were? Yeo-Woon then pressed the knife against the 23rd cadet's neck and threatened him. I know you were fooling around with this earlier, but do you know how much it would hurt if you got stabbed? You could even die. Now you can talk. Who made you do this sabotage? Yeo-Woon took out the rag out from his mouth. Talk. What are you saying, what? I do not know what you are talking about. If you stab me in this infirmary, do not you think you will get blamed? Do not you know the rules regarding training and duels at the Demonic Academy? Students cannot hurt others outside of those. As expected, you are not going to tell me so easily. Obviously, even if you tortured me, I would not open my mouth and tell you. What does he think he can do? He probably did not expect me to be this tough. Alright, so we will just have to see if you open your mouth or not. Yeo-Woon then placed the rag back into his mouth and went to the cabinet to take out some long needles. There were not many things where I used to live, but there are so many things here. Those needles, what is he going to do with those? The 23rd cadet felt sweat running down his forehead. Yeo-Woon then grabbed his left wrist. Are you scared? Your hands are suddenly clenched. This jerk. How can someone with no martial arts training be this strong? Why is he trying to open my hand? What is he going to do? This is going to hurt a little. He poked the giant needle between the cadet's finger and nail. Stop overreacting. The pain made the 23rd cadet cry. He writhed in pain, and Yeo-Woon spoke to him for the last time. You said you would not open your mouth even with torture. So just think of this as revenge. Soon, all of the fingers on his left hand had needles stuck underneath the nails. Does it hurt a lot? You fainted twice. Now, should we do your other hand? He shed his tears in fear. He tried to speak as hard as he could, trying to spit out the rag in the process. Do you finally feel like talking now? You should have done that at the beginning. This guy is crazy. I would have died or gone crazy after enduring that. I should just tell him now. It was Cheon Murim was not it. How did you know? You're curious as to how I know, yes. That is right. Thanks to the consideration of the great Cheon Murim. Our instructor comes every day to give me lessons. I know in great detail what group I am in and who else is in the group. I already guessed it, but I wanted to hear from your own mouth. Cadet 23. Hyo-Bong. Who? Said this guy was nothing. No, he is a monster. He is hiding his strength and acting like he does not have any. I can't even imagine how he will be once he gets stronger. Well, I got some good information thanks to you, but I need to go sleep, so let us end it here. Really? What happened earlier? I won't tell anyone what happened. Please, take your anger out on me. Yeo-Woon grinned and placed his finger on the blood point of the 23rd cadet's head. GM Heil. T/N, a technique that neutralizes an enemy by targeting a certain spot of blood in the body. I thought he had known Nigong. This bastard is fooling everyone. The 23rd cadet then began falling asleep. A few hours after the incident in the medical room, Subming visited the medical room as usual. However, he was more excited than his visit a few days ago. I did not expect the kid to learn it so quickly. The day before. How can this be? This kid, in just 5 days, he was able to acquire Nigong. It would normally take at least 2 to 3 weeks, maybe even a month. He surpassed my expectations. This guy is a real one. I was originally planning on helping you acquire Nigong in about 2 weeks, and then teaching you basic techniques and breathing methods. I will have to change my plan. Hello, teacher. Your student, Cheon Yeo-Woon. Send a morning greeting to his teacher. Yes, my student. Where did you put it? I have it under my bed. Bring it here. Yes, sir. Black Dragon Ball. Made by the Demonic Academy with medicinal herbs. It is the medicinal ball that is given to the students that pass the first test. If absorbed properly, it allows one to acquire 20 years worth of Nigong after consumption. However, after it is consumed, the body becomes resistant, so the effect is less effective in a second dose. It still has a nasty smell. If this kid takes this, he should be able to get a maximum of 20 years of Nigong. Then he should be able to take care of himself. But student, who is the kid over there? Ah, Subming pointed at the bed in the middle of the room that was hidden by a curtain. Oh, did you do something to his blood point? He came after me after Beck Doctor left. He came after you. I heard that since yesterday, the 5th day since we have entered the academy, training was done with real swords. I think he was stabbed by a real sword on purpose, in order to get close to me. How dare he do such a thing in the infirmary of the academy? Demonic, does not he know that he could be kicked out if he is discovered? It seems he has the guts to not be afraid of it. Or, this could mean that someone ordered him to do this. By your reaction, it seems you already know who. Who is it? The bastard from Loyal Clan, who is in the same group as me. Loyal Clan, well, I have never seen any good bastards from that clan. It is a tough family that has a lot of troublemakers. But I guess he can't say anything against them. Damn, it seems like you have a pretty tough life. It is alright. I am used to it. It is because he said it like that it makes it sad. Subming then pressed the blood point of the 23rd cadet again and gave Yeo-Woon some advice. If you poke his blood point with less than a year's worth of Nigong, it wears off after only a couple hours. It would take at least 10 years of Nigong to do it properly. Do you understand? Answer, I will keep that in mind. Now, you can consume the Black Dragon Ball. Do I just swallow it? No. Chewing and then swallowing makes the absorption of the medicine more effective. If Subming did not give him such advice, Yeo-Woon would have only acquired half of the energy. He was lucky to have Subming. This putrid smell, I already know it is going to be bitter. It is so bitter and it smells so bad. The bitter taste is just paralyzing my tongue and making me want to throw up. If you have swallowed it, start using your breathing techniques. Yes, sir. Now, this teacher of yours will help you absorb the medicine well. Let us start. Yes. Please take care of me, teacher. A substance that aids in energy activity has been introduced to your body. It is reproducing and reacting to the energy that flows within your body. Will you accept this absorption by promoting a quicker cycle? I do not know what you're saying, but I guess you want to help the absorption. I will accept. Stimulating the metabolism of the body. How can this be? Subming was beyond shocked. This kid, was he born with the body of a war god? It is almost like it is absorbing all of the medicine and amplifying it. He should only be absorbing up to 80% of it. I was nervous about this for no reason. Subming began to focus so that none of it would go to waste. 2 hours passed by. Yeo-Woon succeeded in absorbing entire energy from the Black Dragon Ball. How is it? The feeling of Nigong. You did well. I am pretty sweaty this time too. You were able to acquire 1.5 times the amount of Nigong. What? 30 years? That is just a rough estimate. The other students will be absorbing the medicine on their own, so they might not even be able to absorb half of it. It is all because of you. Teacher, this would not have been possible without your help. You are just very lucky. Then my luck must be you, Nano. Thank you. I am programmed to help you, Master. It is already this late. I will have to head back. Teacher, what is it? Teacher, starting tomorrow, can you teach me your blade skill formation? Of course. That is what Subming had planned from the beginning, but he was glad to hear it from Yeo-Woon himself. You won't have a lot of time on your hands, so just be ready. Yes, teacher, at the training ground for morning training. It is a very nice morning. It seems like you're in a good mood. This is all thanks to you, Jae-hyun. Thank you, Prince. By now, that bastard. He must be struggling a lot since his limbs are broken. I've been wanting for him to get on the floor and crawl like a bug. It even makes my skin itch. Where did all your hair disappear to overnight? Damn it. I can't even yell at him because of the guy next to me. Shit. Sorry, I laughed too much. I'm tearing up, I'll cover you. It is too late. There has to be something that happened overnight. Whatever. Let's not pay attention to it. They said the Motto House's personal doctor should only focus on treatment, not questioning. 2 days later, Motto House Group 8 quarters. It is interesting. Should not he have been expelled from the group? I was going to cut the 7th's tendons, but maybe due to his wounds being excessive. The doctor stood by him overnight, treating Cheon Yeo-Woon without ever leaving. What? Does the doctor not even sleep? Are you saying that even this is an excuse? Prince, I moved at night, just as you had ordered, but the doctor woke up as well. How bright can a damn doctor's ear be? Piece of shit, you can't do one simple thing. One moment, Prince. What, why? Do you perhaps know the name of the doctor in the clinic? Baek Jong-myong, is what I heard. Baek Jong-myong, what? Is it a name you know? He is probably the disciple of Dr. Baek Jong-woo-nim. Of Baek Jong-woo-nim. Is not he the one who was part of the Poison Clan, but worked on medicine rather than poison, and then became the Lord's personal doctor? I heard that even though he is a doctor, he is ranked in the top 30 in the demonic cult. It is not certain, but if our doctor is that person's disciple, his martial arts may be exceptional. Damn it. Then sending this bastard was a waste of effort. Damn bastard. Do not even dream of receiving support for your clan. What did he say? Hey, you're Hyo-bong, right? Won't you do something for me if I fail? Do not worry. Surely, you know I'm heir of the Spring Clan, right? And if for some reason you do get expelled, I promise that I will definitely support your small clan. If you had kept your promise, I would have told you the truth. Sure. Keep hitting me like that. Let us see if you can still do this when that guy arrives. But you, why are you wearing that bandana? You're doing all sorts of things. Did you think I would forgive you if you pretended to repent after shaving your head? Shit. We thought everything was fine for a bit. The quarters are becoming noisy again. I feel like shit. Let us go, Jae-hyun. Yes, Prince. Damn it. Cheon Mujium, Cheon Yeo-Woon. You can all go and die, fucktards. Meanwhile, can Dr. Beck use martial arts too? Martial arts? Not at all. L only learned medicine. 7 days later, 6 a.m. Motto House Clinic. Yeo-Woon had learned the basic steps and formations. He quickly stepped through and flawlessly performed the movements. As I thought, this guy is a genius. I only showed the butterfly shadow step a few times and fix his posture these past few days. But his movements are stable and natural. If he continuously trains, he will have no problem with operating formation. Next is movement. Thanks to Nano scanning teacher's posture, I can reenact it perfectly. But that will make me suspicious. So just a bit slower. Yeo-Woon actually had perfectly acquired the forms as Nano scanned. The grafting martial technique has 24 movements. 3 basic movements create 1 formation, making up to 8 formations. It took too much time to teach him the basics, so I could not teach him the connections. If I had 1 or 2 months more with him, he would have been able to learn everything completely. 1 week is too short. That is it. You memorized it well. You are flattering me. Here, it is the formation of the butterfly dance and Nigong operation technique. This teacher wants to teach it to you himself, but since today is the last day, if it is your brain and understanding, you will be able to master the basics easily. I will check when we meet again later, so do not laze around and memorize it properly. Thank you. I won't fail you. You should not. This is my wild dance blade. Try wielding it. Light, right? It does not seem as heavy as I thought. Normal swords weigh around 2-3 guns, but our clan's priceless sword, Wild Dance Blade, only weighs around 1.5 gun. Is it because of the butterfly dance? You really are smart. The sword is really sharp. If Dr. Beck sees this, he will get annoyed. Even if the swordsman has a narrow range and is light, this is made with cold iron. The sharpness and durability does indeed give this sword its title. Step back. I will show you what you want to see so much. Watch closely. This is your teacher's butterfly technique. Nano, get ready to scan. Scan initiated by user's command. The sky began to brighten up, and the heavy fog came down on the training ground. One person was sprinting across the ground with their running skill. It was Subming the Crazy Blade. He had jumped out from the medical room from the main building and was escaping the premise. His martial arts skill was so high that the staff or guards could not sense him if he tried to hide. However, there were ones who were watching them from the roof. Finally, that rat. No, the right guardian is leaving. You did well pretending not to know. How can I go against your orders? I am happy that I do not need to watch him coming in and out of his mouse hole. We should reassign guards to the second floor hall, since they would have had plenty of rest. The second floor was also loosely guarded because of this. It was done on purpose so that Subming could freely enter and train Yeo-Woon. I will be leaving now. But what is your reason of concern for the 7th prince? Because that is fair. Marakim stopped and answered shortly. Are you saying that he has a chance because he is of royal blood then? Do not question the sky. Marakim then disappeared from the roof. As expected of the Wind King. You never know where he goes in a moment. If he decided to run away, then it would be impossible to catch him. Anyways, will 10 days really make everything fair? As the morning session started, Yeo-Woon was still in bed. Baek Jongming looked at him weirdly. He was always up when I came for work, but he is still sleeping today. What is up? It is the last time he can rest peacefully this. Like once he is released, he will go through a lot. Sleep a little more. Change to user's muscle development for butterfly techniques starting expression simulation. 80% completion to data goal. Change to veins. 75% completion. 1 hour left till 100% completion. 1 hour later, Baek Jongming was nodding off on his desk, but he got up and came running. What happened? Yeo-Woon then woke up from his anesthesia, but he immediately vomited on the ground. Why is he suddenly vomiting and shivering so much? Are you okay? Are you feeling unwell somewhere? That is right. Just let all out first. Lie down since it seems like it's calmed down a bit. What is this? How can someone who has been lying down the whole time have a pulse like this? His pulse is running as if the body was completely overworked. Your body's response to the body evolution has been stabilized. What is this? He is suddenly so stable. I have never heard of something like this from my teacher. Whatever. Let's just leave him to sleep. It is nearly lunch soon, so I will just eat. Yeo-Woon opened his eyes. He got up with excitement and clenched his fist. The strength that goes into my hands is completely different to how much went in 6 hours ago. I think I know just how many teachers he went through to train himself. If he somehow learns that I earned this body in just 6 hours, he will be frightened, right? Cheon Yeo-Woon started to remember the earlier training. Amazing. To create this pressure with just formation and no Nigong. Nano, did you scan? Yes. All scanning has been completed. Did you watch properly, student? Yes, I did. It is a shame. I should have taught you formations properly, but today's the end. However, if it is you will be able to master the butterfly dance just by watching your teacher. Thank you for many of your teachings. Teacher, har keep at it. Yes, teacher. Once you return to the motto house, it will be very difficult. Do not you lose, student. There is at least one person that cares for me here. Then, I should live up to his expectations. Nano, have you finished analyzing the scan move? Yes, it has been completed. According to the analysis, to acquire the body needed to use this move. Your muscles and veins need to go through significant change. Time estimating 6 hours. What 6 hours? Why so long? His body moved quickly and his hands slashed through the air. It was so quick that he was as fast as subbing himself. Great. I only used the first formation and it is the same as teachers. Now, second formation. I can feel someone walking in the hallway. Hold on. Was I always this sensitive, somehow? Did my senses become sharper as I changed my body? Great. All preparations are complete. When did you wake up? But what is complete, that is? I am ready to be discharged. The presence I felt in the hallway was Dr. Beck. I do not even have any other patients. What am I going to do when you leave? There will be more soon. Yeah. Do you think so? No? It is better for there to be no patients. Thank you. I imposed on you for a while. That is all right. You will be going through a lot, but I will be praying for you. Now I do not even have anything to do. Should I just sleep? If the doctor did not pretend to not know that the right guardian taught me martial arts, it would have been uncomfortable the whole time I was in the clinic. I will never forget your consideration for me. The patients that you so want, I will send them to you for sure. Why do I get goosebumps? Motto House Grand Armament, afternoon group training. It is him, the other clan heir in our group. Has it been 2 weeks? You are finally here. Peasant Blood, the group leader, Chun Mukim, cracked an evil smile. Chun Yeo-Woon found instructor Impung and walked up to him. You are here. Is your body fine now? Yes, leader. I am completely cured. That is fortunate. I did explain it to you in theory, but you remember your position, right? I do. Good, then go that way with these. Did you come only now because you were scared? But Yeo-Woon ignored him and simply ran past him. This bastard ignored me. Mukim became dumbfounded. Do not be so excited already, Cheon Mujium. I will show you properly in a while. We will start the practical training using real swords. Pay proper attention and keep your distancing correctly. If the same accident as before happens, I will expel you from the academy with the authority of a leader. Understood. Motto, the training began. Impung, however, was only focused on one person. Even though Cheon Mujium's personality is haughty and atrocious, he controls his teammates well as a clan heir should. The problem is Cheon Yeo-Woon. I did place him in the position with the least movement on purpose. Please do not make a mistake. He is doing better than I thought. Is he keeping up with what the other teammates are doing? Is he quick-witted? Line your shields up properly and keep your posture and lineups. Good. You are doing well. Do not move till my command. 15 minutes later. I told you not to move. Who made a sound? Class, can't you do it properly? Do you think you will be able to beat the other groups in the second test like this? Pay attention. The guys who have been training till now are like this. How can Cheon Yeo-Woon be completely fine? He is not budging at all. Is he really the guy who was lying down in the clinic the whole time? That guy, I need to reassess him. Change formation. Surround the enemy in a semicircle. Move forward by half a step. Take big steps. Good. Very good. Damn. Cheon Yeo-Woon. That son of a bitch. Why is not he making a mistake? Peasant blood son of a bitch. Do you think I will just watch you being successful? Mukim sent a telepathic message to Jaehyun. Jaehyun, if you hear me, nod. Jaehyun became surprised, but he kept his cool and nodded slightly. Sending messages required at least 30 years of internal energy or more. Do as I say for the third lineup. Yes, I understand. Change lineup. Quickly stack the shields to 3 levels. It is not hard. Is it because Nano imported the simulation video? It is so useful. If the shields have been stacked, then stick your swords out through the holes. Even if you're being careful, keep your speed. I can see you're behind completely. Peasant blood should crawl on the ground. Yeo-Woon smiled and raised his leg. What, this shithead? Did he notice? I was just going to use a little bit of Nigong since he does not even know martial arts. But I will just use my alt key. Yeo-Woon's, but was covered with a barrier, throwing Yeo-Woon toward the back. Yeo-Woon rolled on the ground and slumped down. He could not understand what just happened. Rebound. It was internal energy from his, but I catapulted off. That bastard's Nigong is much stronger than mine. You again. Impong came up to him and frowned angrily. He was shocked and tried to get up. However, pain shot up from his foot and he could not stand. It was the aftermath of being thrown off from the internal energy reaction. I still feel pain in my ankle. He saw Chun Yeo-Woon smirking behind Imping. A peasant. Dares to laugh at me. You are grinding your teeth. You can't come to your senses. Can you, bastard? Leader, it is not that, his butt. What butt? This kid's completely gone. You were the one who stabbed number 23 in the back last time too, right? You won't be having any free time for the next 4 days. Till bedtime, you will be receiving hell's training with your leader, but, leader, this shithead is still making excuses. Motto, serves him right. He was acting all high and mighty with Cheon Mugun backing him. He brought it on himself. You won't be having any free time for the next 4 days. Till bedtime, you will be receiving hell's training with your leader, but, leader, this shithead is still making excuses. Motto, Cheon Yeo-Woon's Nigong is stronger than I thought. Even if the right guardian taught him, it is still weird. That baldy should have around 30 years of training worth of Nigong since he took the medicine ball. So Cheon Yeo-Woon's exceeds that. There is no way that Siab Meng drunkard taught him properly. Never. Does he have a physique that can naturally absorb the complete effect of the medicine ball? As expected, it can't be explained any other way. Even if he is a half-blood, a tiger's child is a tiger. The standoff between 2 heirs in the same group. This is about to get interesting. Grand Armament Great Hall. Begin eating, motto. Is this chicken marinated in soy sauce? Tasty. It really was torture to only have been able to eat white porridge for 14 days. Anyhow, is that bastard Cheon Mujium going to glare at me during the whole mealtime? It will just be better to enjoy the food for now. I do not know why you hate me so much, but I cannot forgive the 6 clans' actions either. You would not know what it feels like to watch your mother's death without being able to do anything. Look forward to it. I will trample over all of you from now on. Since mealtime is over, Friday's schedules will now be wrapped up. Everyone except for number 80 disband. Disband come. Group 8's quarters was room 8 on the first floor, right? It is easy to remember since it corresponds. Where are you trying to go without my permission? Really, this bastard. He does not disappoint my expectations. Always having leftovers with him. Does he want to act like a master wherever he goes? It is the Spring Clan's heir. Who was the guy in front of him? Do not you know? That is the 7th heir from all the rumors. This should be fun. Cheon Mujium and Cheon Yeo-Woon. Sound Clan Cheon, 1 Ryu. Many have gathered. Shall we start? Peasant blood. It was easy going, was not it, just lying on a bed in the clinic? Why, are you annoyed, this peasant blood? Are you insulting the Lord, what? Is not calling me peasant blood. Insulting the Lord. What does? Is your status so high that you can insult the Lord who is like a god to us? When did I ever? I was owed to completely disdain and crush him in front of everyone. But I am the one receiving that treatment. Spring Clan bastards really are stupid. Why is he getting so worked up over a lowly thing? Dull bastard. Sword Clan Cheon Kyung-Woon. Piece of shit. That arrogant mouth. I will crush. Yeo-Woon's fist struck Mukium's face before he could even finish, and blood gushed out from Mukium's nose. What are you trying to say? This peasant shit dares to. Mukium then tried to unleash the loyal clan's martial arts, starting with the loyal demon fist formation. But Chun Yeo-Woon began running. Are you running away? Weightlessness. How can that? Peasant bastard. What are you doing? Get that shithead, yes. He dares to punch me first and run away. If I just let you be, I won't be considered human. The 6 students who followed Yeo-Woon were shocked. They knew Yeo-Woon did not have any internal energy, but they still could not catch up to him. Why is he so fast? Something's weird. It is like he is running at the speed just enough for us to not be able to catch up to him. Is he? Why are you hesitating, you slow bitches? I will go by myself. Move, prince. Cheon Yeo-Woon. I will catch you and crush your face, and then destroy all the bones in your body. Yeo-Woon glanced back and stopped. You fucktard. Are you done running? Mukim clenched his fist and walked up. Yeo-Woon answered with a smirk, running. Huh. I brought you here. There is no reason for me to show the others yet. And with that, Yeo-Woon's body bounced like a spring, and he struck Mukim down with his palm. It was almost an ambush, but Mukim was ready with his internal energy all over his body. Thus, Mukim brought up his 2 fists and blocked Yeo-Woon's palm. Mukim was pushed back 2 steps, but his eyes shook with shock. I defended the attack using 7-star defensive skill, but I was still pushed back. This bastard, his defensive skill are strong. How do you know martial arts? Now that I think about it, his weightless movement was quite fast. He had absolutely no Nigong in the first test. What happened? Good. He is becoming flustered, as I expected, and continuing with this momentum. Prince, one of the boys out of the 6 students, shouted as they got down. Chun Yeo-Woon then unleashed the second formation of the butterfly blade dance. A quick attack of the blade was completed through the powerful spinning move originally made to defend, but it also proved to be effective when in close range as an attack. He avoided it. Yeo-Woon became surprised as he thought that this was going to be the final blow. Mukim then jumped out and attacked Yeo-Woon's chest. It was the 3rd formation of the Loyal Demon Fist. He had taken a strike from the counterattack, but he dodged the second attack by pulling his upper body back. However, that was not the end. Mukim then jabbed Yeo-Woon's right shoulder with his elbow. Yeo-Woon quickly brought his wrist up to defend, but the attack from the elbow had more power. Yeo-Woon was pushed back about 4 steps. I am still unable to match his Nigong. This bastard, his Nigong must have already been higher than other students even before he was admitted as a student. His Nigong must be even higher since he even took the magic pill. But I can still stand my ground. I need to attack him without giving him any time to counterattack. An after image. How can that bastard use that type of martial arts? Yeo-Woon then unleashed agile blade attacks, and his hand chop left a trace that looked like a butterfly flying through in the air as it attacked Mukim's right shoulder. Mukim spoke in astonishment and dodged Yeo-Woon's attack while getting closer. His fist skills were powerful, but he also focused on being flexible, which allowed him to move flexibly, and Mukim kicked Yeo-Woon's left side. Yeo-Woon was thrown to the right from the kick. He had learned about basic martial arts, but he had not learned a landing skill yet. So, he had to roll on the ground before crudely getting up. He is good with sub-expressions, but he has no idea how to respond to the enemy's attacks. I was only thinking about his punches and did not see that kick coming. I was pretty surprised that you used some skills that did not suit you. But I could tell you are just improvising. It is exactly as expected. You are just trying to imitate others without knowing your own limit. Did he realize that I only learnt this technique with 2 formations, and that I also do not have enough actual experience? I underestimated Cheon Mujiam. Who knew experience would make such a big difference? I do not know how you learn martial arts, but I will ask all those questions later. Mukim then charged in toward Yeo-Woon. What do I do? What formation do I need to use? Danger from an external force has been sensed. Increasing eye functions in response to danger. Operating defense mode through battle tutorial. Mukim's fists attacked, and Chun Yeo-Woon tapped to move to the side and punch Mukim's chin. Mukim had not expected an attack, so his head was turned to the side. The fist did not have any internal energy, but the attack on the chin made him feel dizzy and made him lose his balance. This bastard, this is not a technique. He would have passed out if the fist had internal energy. Mukim then used his running skill to distance himself. What? Is this the optional built in self-defense martial arts? Boxing has been used for this tutorial. Tutorial, this indicates independent teaching. We have created results through analysis of the opponent's movements for every 0.01 seconds. I do not know what all that means, but you're saying that this is boxing, yes? Is it possible to use the butterfly dance instead of boxing? Analysis has already been completed, so it is possible. Will you accept? I accept. Did you learn fist techniques, dirty bastard? It seems you have got a card up your sleeve, but that won't work anymore. Changing defense mode from boxing to butterfly dance. Target I can see where he will attack. This bastard, he avoided all of my hits. Yeo-Woon then attacked back with a powerful blade attack. Murim quickly turned to defend, but he could only defend 2 attacks. Murim then felt his legs losing energy from the damage. He then came up with the memory. Cheon, if you do your best. If you do well, then the Lord. No, your father will abandon that dirty bitch and come back to me. You need to win everything. All right. Yes, mother. It is because you cannot do it properly. It is all because you are bad at everything. If only that dirty bitch had not appeared. It is not my fault. It is all because you could not do anything properly. It is all because you were a mistake. The last memory he had of his mother was Lady Ja choking his own son while sobbing madly. Why did that damn memory have to come up now? As that memory came back to him, he learned to hate only one person. Murim gritted his teeth with hatred and threw his fist at Yeo-Woon's face. I would never lose to a peasant bastard like you. Yeo-Woon easily dodged the attack by tilting his head, and although he tried to strike Murim's forehead, he changed his mind and grabbed his opponent's wrist to pin him down. Murim felt severe pain from the back of his head, and his head became red with veins popping out from his neck to his forehead. Because of a peasant bastard like you, Murim shouted angrily, but Yeo-Woon looked down coldly at him and said, You brought all of this on yourself.